Who were you before you lost your wild self?
That's what we're helping you explore on the Tend Her Wild podcast.
Through questions and tools around how best to listen to your inner voice,
rewild ourselves, and live the most authentic life where we thrive instead of survive.
I'm Betsy.
And I'm Kate.
And we're so glad you've joined us for this episode.
Hello, Tend Her Wild podcast listeners. Today's episode, we are talking about mothering in honor of Mother's Day, and I am thrilled to be here with my mom. Her name is Carolyn Warner Elwood. I'm giving all your names honor today, Mom. And so thanks for joining us. We are thrilled to have you, and Mother's Day is upon us, and so we're looking forward to hearing your wisdom. Not too many stories about, me getting in trouble.
Oh, wait a second. I'm going to be asking lots of questions, getting the inside scoop on Catherine. And I've been told that it's Catherine.
Just for this episode.
I know, for this episode. We're used to calling her Kate, but since I met you this morning and your husband, it was Catherine this, Catherine that. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Is it always Catherine? So for this episode, it's Betsy and Catherine.
Sounds great.
Welcome, Carolyn.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Having me. Wonderful.
Yeah, we're excited to have this conversation. And I'm not sure how much you've listened to of the podcast, but we always ask people about their childhood and how they started out. I actually have heard many stories about your mother, who I understand is still living. We've talked about your mother on this podcast, Grandma. But we would love to hear about your first 10 years and what that was like.
She was a wonderful mother and still is, even though she has dementia. She's 97.
97.
But she still smiles and seems to know us, and so it's a blessing.
Yeah, the fact that you have your mom.
Oh.
And I have my grandma is really
Really
something.
Yeah,
isn't
it is
And
something.
she knows us. I mean, that's a blessing.
Yes.
So tell us about your first 10 years, Mom, where you grew up, what it was like.
Well, I grew up on a farm near North English, Iowa, which was our home community, and in this beautiful 3-story white farmhouse that was built in the late 1800s. And it was a beautiful place to be, surrounded by trees and grass and fields. It was just a great place to have grown up. And I had a brother who was 4 years younger, Lloyd. He passed away about a year ago. And we had many, many wonderful adventures on the farm, and loving parents and grandparents that lived there for a while. And even a great-grandfather who came almost every day because he loved the farm. And he really loved me, too, and called me Posy, which in those days meant flower. I'm not sure what it means now.
Yeah.
Does it still? And so he would rock me in a rocking chair. And sometimes my grandparents and parents would, too. But so that rocking chair now is a special part of our furnishings. And you can feel the love in that rocking chair.
Amazing. So generations, you were raised with a really intergenerational home.
Yes.
Great grandparents.
Yes.
Lots
Very
of love.
much so. Yeah.
And Grandma was a great cook and gardener, right?
Oh, yes. And I helped her some, but I was a tomboy. And I spent most of my time climbing trees, trying to escape piano lessons. I would milk cows. I fed pigs. I would do the farming things as much as I did the indoor, because I love the outdoors.
I've heard something similar from Catherine. When she talks about herself as a little girl, she talks about how wild and tomboy and outdoorsy, and it sounds like she maybe got that from you.
Perhaps, yes.
I think I did.
I think so.
Yeah. So you were in North English growing up, and then tell us about your decision to go to college as the first one in your family to do that?
I was always, my parents really stressed education and how important it is. And so they had that expectation for me to go. And it was just what I wanted to do. And I picked the perfect college for me was Cornell College in Mount Vernon, a small, beautiful place. And part of my board job experience was being the student assistant in the sociology department. And I worked for two amazing sociology professors that made a difference in my life, Dr. Ehrman and Dr. Sue Titus Reed. And they were both just great people and still remembered, I'm sure, by other faculty members who taught there at the time. But
So were you you were a sociology major?
yes.
Yes.
Well, sociology, psychology.
Okay.
Because I knew right away that I wanted to be a social worker because my aunt was my role model, Aunt Fern. And so I knew that was what I wanted to do, and the major helped prepare me for that. And then I went to the University of Iowa, and that was a great choice too. It was
That's where you got your social work degree.
yes,
Okay.
that's where I got my master's.
Master's. And you did that right after your undergrad? You went
I did
straight through.
Straight through.
Okay.
Yes.
Which probably was not that common in
No,
that
it wasn't.
day.
A
Like
lot
for
of
you
people
to
would work first.
Yeah.
And I was able to go straight through, and
Okay.
it worked out well for me because I was interested in all different things, but mostly I was interested in working with children and families,
Okay.
and that's what I focused on. We were all sent to Des Moines, a lot of us, to work in agencies there because there weren't a lot of agencies in the Iowa City area.
Okay.
So we went there, and I had some great experience there too, and then came back. And when we came back at holiday time, I happened to go to a little bar in Webster, Iowa, a little supper club, with my friends Maxine and her husband Armel. And we went in, and there was this handsome guy at the bar, and I thought I remembered meeting him one time. So I ambled up, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he joined us at our table, and we danced and talked, and we were married like 7 months later.
Yes, that is the story. And
Yeah.
she had met him. You did meet him 2 years before, right?
Right. We had met
At the
briefly.
same place.
Oh, wow.
And he liked her then, and I think you were going to go on a date, but you got sick. Dad still doesn't believe that.
He doesn't.
But he was in the service. So he was out in New Jersey, and then 2 years later, the universe brought
Clearly,
them back
fate
together.
said these
Yeah.
two must be together.
But there's two things, Mom, I want you to share. One is that you were going to school and college and getting your master's in the 60s during
Yes.
the Vietnam War.
Yes.
And so tell us about that, being in Iowa City during that time, and even about graduation. 'Cause
Yes, it was a very, very difficult and frightening time to be in Iowa City, which is hard to understand because Iowa City is such a wonderful place. But during the Vietnam War, there were all these violent demonstrations.
Oh, wow.
And there were stories of women being raped and people being beaten and people storming the streets at night. So we were very careful. We had to be about what we did. We went in groups always. And it was just a very, very tough time.
It's really hard to imagine. And it's so interesting with how much social unrest there is today to think back that not that long ago, there was social unrest and it was even more intense and really scary. So
It was very hard.
you didn't get to graduate.
No. We finished our coursework in March. And the plan was then that everybody came back to graduation weekend in May. And the social work department said, don't come back.
wow.
It's not safe.
That intense.
They canceled graduation. And I think perhaps it was historic. I don't think it was ever done any other time, but our graduation was canceled.
Wow.
I don't remember about the rest of the campus and the rest of the majors, but ours was. We had no graduation. And so that was kind of sad too. You know.
So, and when you met Dad the second time and kind of fell for him, you were actually planning to head west to find a job, right?
I was headed to Seattle with one of my best friends, and her sister lived out there and had a couple bedrooms for us, and we were heading out there to search for jobs and to live in Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
And it was so ironic that I didn't ever go. She died very young, in her early 50s. But we kept in touch through the years, and she had a wonderful family and a wonderful career out there. But we didn't get to do it together. But
There's some other plans for you instead. But the irony now that two of your grandchildren, Kate's kids, both live in Seattle.
Yes.
So it's almost like they had to live out they're living out your dream.
they are. They are.
I've thought about that a lot because Meg did not know that story. I mean, that wasn't ever part of like her decision
Growing
making.
up.
She didn't know that.
Yeah.
Till I told her. So
Yeah.
she actually works in Bellevue, which is where she was going to move.
Supposed
That's
to
where I
live.
was going to live. Yes.
Just the synchronicities of all of this.
And so I can really picture them there. I like that. 'Cause,
I bet you can.
Yeah.
I bet you can. So you got married, and did you practice social work right away?
I did. I had a job right away.
You had a job right away.
Wonderful job at University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics in the child psychiatry division. And I had some of the most amazing professors. And they were just, they knew so much about children's mental health issues.
Yeah.
That I had a chance to learn so much because Iowa City Hospitals is where the whole state sent
Sure.
the most difficult cases.
Yeah. I think they still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I had a wooden sign inside my office, and they never made me take it down, but it said, war is not healthy for children and other living things. And it was my sentiments on the war. I never agreed with the violent demonstrations, but it was my sentiments on the war during that time. And it was
Powerful.
Yeah.
but wonderful professors.
Amazing. And then Catherine came along.
Yes.
Catherine's your oldest.
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Then we started our family. Yes.
Yeah. Tell the story about, if it's okay, because you thought I was going to be born in October. Tell that story, because didn't you have they had the wrong date?
They had the wrong due date for Catherine.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they certainly did. It just went on and on.
The pregnancy was much longer than 39 weeks, huh?
6 weeks longer than
6 weeks.
I
Oh,
was also late.
my goodness.
We never knew why.
Did you think this child is never coming out?
Oh, yes. And I said, my doctor may have been good at delivering babies, but he was terrible at math.
Yeah, clearly.
And I was, the day that you went into labor, you were on your own on the farm, right? And Dad was out hunting. And what happened?
Well, we had a terrible time finding him. And then finally,
No cell phones.
Yeah.
no cell phones. Yeah. So we were a little late getting there, too, to the
And it
hospital.
was snowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And then, so I know after Catherine, you had 2 more daughters. So you raised 3 girls. But before we get to what that was like raising 3 girls, we need to hear some dirt on Catherine
Oh,
and what she was like,
course.
and what she was like as the oldest child. And,
yeah.
you know, what stories do you have here about our beloved Catherine?
I had planned to go back to work, and after she was about 3 months old, and they offered me a job at the university in a different department because they had an opening. I just couldn't leave her.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that, Mom.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
A bond is powerful.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
Was.
What was I like as a child?
You were precocious is the word to use. You did everything before the charts said you would, except being born.
She was always an overachiever. Yeah.
Yeah, it was strange. And she was always very loving, even when you were tiny. And it just...
She still is. She still is.
Yes, I think so. So precocious and loving.
And I was a bit of a tomboy in the early years.
Her favorite saying when she started talking very young, and her favorite saying was, "Oh, happy day." We'd go in to get her out of her crib in the morning, and she'd hold up her arms and say, "Oh, happy day." And so she had a lot of happy days. We lived on a farm when she was first born. And she climbed fences when she was too little to do it. And she learned to climb out of her crib when she was just very tiny and would go make her own breakfast. So that's how independent she was.
Enterprising already at the age of 1. Kate, I have to ask you, "Oh, happy day," which I'm not going to forget that. That needs to be one of a quote picture on your wall because I know you have. Is it? You have it. Okay,
My mom
perfect.
has it too.
I have one too.
I gave her one years ago.
Oh, happy day.
It's kind of my first phrase.
I love it.
And she was such a loving sister. And those 3 girls had so much fun. And she helped take care of them because that's what she wanted to do. And they were very close, being 2 years apart that way.
We were all 2 years apart.
Yeah. They enjoyed the same things and grew up together. And then we moved to town in the house where we still live now. Mm-hmm. And then she started to have friends in the neighborhood and things like that.
Yeah.
So
I learned to roller skate on my mom's wooden wheeled roller skates.
Oh, wow.
Remember that?
Yes.
I would skate down a highway to town.
A highway.
She wasn't supposed to.
And,
This was the 80s, wasn't it?
yes. To go to the bakery. I'd meet my friends at the bakery on my wooden roller skates. Yeah.
And it was different.
It was very
Oh,
different.
totally.
Yeah.
Small town, we have a golf course and a swimming pool. Eventually we had, it was a booming little town.
Wasn't it a nice place to grow
it
up?
was a great place to grow up.
It really was.
Yeah. And Mom, you were really involved in a lot of things.
I was. Since I wasn't being a social worker, I volunteered for a lot of different organizations and served on boards and did a lot of different things for the city and the county. And one of the most interesting Catherine stories was
Yay, another Catherine story.
Yes, she was 3 years old, and I had a board meeting that day, and it was an important one for the North English Community Center. We were just starting up this group, and the sitter canceled at the last minute. So I grabbed a coloring book and a batch of colors, and off the 2 of us went to the formal board meeting. It was a big circular table, and she sat beside me, and she colored the whole time, I thought. But I noticed she was looking up a lot, and I realized she had listened to everything, had memorized the people's names as we spoke to one another, and she probably memorized some of the things we talked about, too. I never knew that for sure. But she would greet those people then on the street. This little girl, 3 years old, would holler, "Hi, Hazel."
Wow.
Or, "Hello, Jim." And she knew those people. So I've always laughed. She ended up being on a lot of boards herself.
Yes.
I did.
And so her first board meeting was really
She was
amazing.
well trained.
I was.
It so doesn't surprise me because you have such a bright mind. I can just see you as a 3-year-old memorizing. And the thing I always say about Kate is she's like the best connector. She knows people. She calls them by name. She connects people to other people. And so I love this story about
started right
her
there.
at 3 years old, already learning the skills of being this master negotiator and connector. So apropos.
Great story.
So mothering for you, you had 3 girls. I have 3 children. Kate has 3 children. What was the chaos like? How was mothering 3 girls? That was a lot of estrogen under one roof.
That's what my dad would say for sure.
Yes, it was sometimes, but it was also just very exciting. We had a lot of toys, a lot of things for them to do. We had puppies that they took care of.
Yeah.
And that was one of the highlights of their lives, I think.
It
were the
was.
puppies.
You raised puppies or like?
Well, it's kind of the first story was a sad story. Our first dog named Jessie Jane.
Jessie Jane.
Was a black lab, and he was like she was in the back of the station wagon, and Dad had picked her up, and remember we were shopping, and then he picked us up, and we could hear this whelping, and we're like, what's in the car? And we got the puppy when
Surprise.
we got home. So we love this dog, and she had 10 puppies. Well, about, I don't know, 3 days or 4 days after, maybe that week,
It was very soon anyway.
she was run over and killed.
Oh,
We had to put all 10 puppies to sleep.
because you couldn't keep them alive without her. Oh,
In those days, there was
Sure.
no
No way to do it.
way. We consulted with veterinarians, and they said, no, there was no way.
oh,
So that was very traumatic.
We learned about sadness.
I bet.
So her social work degree came in handy. I
Yeah.
remember us all being in your bed and not being able
Yes,
to sleep. And
everybody.
Oh.
But then we got another dog, Abby, and then she had puppies, and we got to keep one of the puppies, Sandy. So we had Abby and Sandy for a long time and took care of them. And the puppies, I mean, there's pictures of us with all these Labrador puppies, and it was magical.
And hats off to you, Carolyn, to have 3 kids and 8 puppies. I'm like, I could not have done that.
Well, I had pets growing up, but they were always outside pets, and so these were too,
We
actually.
did keep them outside.
Yeah, we did. They did a lot of playing with them outside, but we had a nice kennel because I love animals too, but I guess I got used to them being able to be in the fresh air and be outside too.
Yeah.
So
And then I've heard that when your girls got old enough, then you did actually end up going back to social work.
I
Tell us
did.
about the entry back into your profession.
I had been thinking about it for maybe a year or so, and an opportunity came up in a nearby town. They needed my master's degree, actually. That's what they needed. And so they were willing to take the fact that I hadn't been working for a while. But I had to make up my mind with something that I have shared with the girls for a long time. It may not be perfect, but you do the best you can. And so that's how I went back with that frame of mind. And that allowed me to go back to my profession.
And what you meant by that, home life may not be perfect, dinners might not be perfect, the house might not be perfect because mom is making this choice to go back. Is that what you mean?
Well, that too, but professionally.
Ah,
I just had to allow myself not to know everything
Yeah.
that had happened
Yeah.
during those years I was out of the profession.
Yeah.
But I had wonderful people at the agency that helped me reestablish my career, and it was a good place to be.
And I remember you lighting up kind of again.
Mm.
Like,
Really?
well, it was the first time I'd seen you work.
Yeah.
And
how old would you have been, Kate?
I'm trying to remember if I think I was maybe heading to college.
Yes, I think you were.
Yeah, so
'Cause
18.
The other two were still in.
Yeah, and so just, you had stories and you were making an impact and you were fulfilled very much, I felt. And so it was fun to watch that.
Kate, did that have an impact on you? Because I know we've had so many conversations about balancing motherhood and career, something you and I both struggled with, but have tried. Was that a real lesson to watch your mom return to career and see her also come alive? Like, I'm curious what lessons you took from that.
Yeah, I think in our generation too, I think, where we were taught we could kind of have it all. You can have it all. So, and I watched you be fulfilled, and I was like, I want to kind of stay with my career, even though I've had kids. I want to try to make it all work. But to be honest, my mom was a big part of why that worked for a while, was because she would come up and help me.
My mom did the same thing, Carolyn,
And
every
it
week.
made such a difference.
Yeah, it takes a village.
Yeah, and so, and I went part-time at one point, but you always, Wednesday was Nana's day.
Wednesday was my mom's day with the kids.
Oh,
Every
gosh.
Wednesday, my mom would drive up to babysit the kids. That's See, we have so
I
many
know, we do.
similarities. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It worked, didn't it?
Wednesdays with Oma.
Yeah.
It worked.
Golden Wednesday, Nana Wednesdays. So the beautiful part about me working, I think, was that they got to spend time with you without me. And so you developed a relationship with my kids.
Yes.
And caring for them when we traveled and things too. But don't you think that was such a gift? And so, because
Yes.
you had the intergenerational living, but we had to create that. And I think us working kind of gave that space to.
Totally agree. My mom would say the same thing, that she has such a good relationship with my 3 kids. And I swear it's because she came every Wednesday.
Yes.
She's on the floor playing cars, making cookies,
You bet.
rocking them to sleep.
It was such special time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope I can do that someday for
I know.
if I ever have grandkids.
I remember even my granddog would be sad when I left.
Aww. That's
Sometimes
so
the
sweet.
granddog would eat things she made off the counter.
Yes, there was that too.
Yeah, a lot of great stories about Wednesdays. So, yeah. So what I guess, what are you most proud of as a mom? Like what was being a mom, like what was that for you?
I think just the relationships, and the little things we did together, and helping you develop what is important in your lives now, that were important in our lives growing up.
You can see that represented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really
It's
can.
beautiful.
Yeah.
When you look at your amazing daughter, Catherine, and all that she's done as both a mother and just her work in the world, what are you most proud of as you reflect on Catherine?
Oh gosh, besides the board meetings, there's I think all the things she has done for others,
Yeah.
because that was sort of the theme of our life. Both her dad and I tried to help people who were less fortunate than we and had to help them reach their potential. And we did that in different ways. And I have seen that our girls now do that too, and especially Catherine.
Yeah.
She cares about others in so many ways.
I'm kind of a combination of my mom and my dad. I always said I would like the
Yes.
social worker part of mom and then the fiery lawyer part of dad. And there's like,
Yeah.
I had both of those. And I've had to take that and kind of create my own way with it. But you've always been supportive of that. Like even when I left law, you know, you weren't real sure what I was going to do next, but you allowed me, I didn't feel a lot of judgment when I told you. I felt like you were like, okay. And you supported kind of my next journey.
You can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love, Carolyn, how you said that you and your husband both modeled caring for people that maybe didn't have as much privilege or needed extra help, that was something you were both doing, and you really modeled that. And definitely Catherine has done that, in so many different ways, always looking about how she can be of service,
Yes.
and using her voice as a way to be of service.
And she was raised with that and has taken it to a different level even than we had. But it was part of our religion, and it was part of our culture, our family culture.
Yep.
And so it was an important part of our lives in so many ways.
Yeah, I can think of so many examples that they modeled for me
Mm.
of quietly, not for credit,
Yeah.
quietly doing things, whether
Good
it
things
was,
for other people.
yeah, and just showing up for people and seeing people, no matter what.
Yeah.
So that has definitely been something I have tried to model from you then for my own kids. So
And I'm aware of this lineage, like we talked about your great grandfather and then your grandparents and, this whole lineage, and then you modeling for Catherine, being of service. And then I think of Catherine's kids and how they're engaging in things to be of service to the world. And so it's really neat. I'm just seeing that whole lineage of your family
I hope
line.
it keeps going, and I
am
think it
certain
is.
it will.
I think it
I'm
is.
certain it will.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And I have to shout out my sisters because they are both very giving people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I continue, I think, one of the gifts you and Dad gave us too is, being able to be close to one another and have strong relationships. And, sure, we fought over clothes and there were, a couple boyfriends in common, but we've always had each other's backs too. And that's been, it was an expectation, but you made it more of this will enrich your life to always be close. And it's been
It
true.
has, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Because you didn't have a sister.
No.
So that was new for you too, to think about.
To raise girls. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Powerful.
yeah. Well, Mom,
Should we do these fast questions?
my mom does not know we're going to ask these.
Ooh.
Oh, now I didn't get this list.
No, you didn't.
All right. So we have just don't overthink it. Just see what answer comes to mind. We call these rapid fire questions. So just see what comes to mind right away as you think about being a mother and raising your 3 girls. Favorite food that you made them?
Jello?
Oh,
Made a lot of Jello.
I was a fan of Jello. Did you cut up bananas in your Jello?
Of course.
That's what I was raised with too.
Pineapple. Yeah, it was all in there.
Yeah.
She was hiding
Marshmallows.
Yeah, put the healthy fruit in the.
the Jello.
Did we think that Jello was fruit?
Totally. All right. I love this one. Ironing or dry cleaners?
Oh, dry cleaners, if at all possible.
Because how many years did you iron?
Oh, yes. I still iron occasionally, but I'm ready to get rid of that iron. Yeah.
Can I tell you a secret? I don't own an iron, Carolyn. I don't believe in them.
It's not the thing anymore,
No,
is it?
I spray my clothes with that secret wrinkle spray because,
straightens
yeah.
them?
Oh, you gotta buy me some.
Yeah.
I do need to buy
There you
some
go.
of you.
Everyone needs wrinkle spray. All right, Carolyn, sweet cereal or unsweetened cereal in your house with these girls growing up?
Oh, growing up, I'm afraid it was sweetened.
Oh, what was the favorite cereal?
Probably Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops.
Those are my favorite, Lucky Charms,
we didn't
hands down.
always get it, but you didn't
yeah.
prohibit it either.
Right.
So, which I loved. My mom was very good about that. We got
Good balance.
there was
I like
balance
that.
for sure. All right, did you have a Tupperware party?
Oh, yes. Tupperware. I still have a couple pieces, I think. It was the thing to do. And, friends who were representatives of the Tupperware company. Yes.
Don't you think that was just so women could get together?
Yeah.
Yes, it really was.
What was the other thing? Did you have a Mary Kay or Avon party? Wasn't that also?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
I
makeup.
went to some. I don't
But
think
you
I
didn't.
had-
You hadn't. But
don't
you
think I
did
had.
have a Tupperware party. Okay, I like it. All right, Carolyn, makeup or no makeup as a mother?
As a mother, no makeup.
No makeup, no time, right?
Had to be natural.
Yeah,
Right. Who would have time to do that?
Yeah. What was your favorite soap opera that you watched?
Oh, what was it? As the World Turns, I think.
Yep, that was it.
That was my mom's too. Okay,
Probably
wait a
watched
second.
it with me.
I
and
did.
I
didn't
did.
realize.
Okay, can you guys name who was the very famous actress who was on As the World Turns? She was my favorite, and then she became very famous. Curly hair. Do you remember?
No.
Meg Ryan.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember Meg Ryan?
Yes.
She was on As the World Turns, and then she
yes,
had this
that's right.
string of romantic comedies that went,
Meg is named after her.
Your Meg is
Yeah.
named after Meg Ryan. I had no idea. She was my
when we-
favorite
When we were
actress.
trying to decide the nickname, she was my favorite. And Joe and I, one of our first movies we saw together was Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
And now Meg lives in Seattle.
And your mom was going to go there too. So all the connections.
connected.
All right, last rapid fire question. Phil Donahue or Oprah?
Oprah.
You had to think about that.
I did, because I liked both of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Oprah was a big force for me too.
Yeah, she was always on after school. I get home. Wasn't it 4 p.m. start
Yeah.
time?
Yes.
So it'd be sort of after school. My mom would always have Oprah going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, our last question.
Yeah. Our last question for this Mother's Day, because we're going to release this around Mother's Day. Share with us the most rewarding part of being a mom. you kind of already answered it a little bit, but
Watching them grow up to be such wonderful people.
yeah, it never really ends, does it, Mom?
No.
Yeah, I'm learning that with older kids too and adult children. The thread's always there, even though they're off doing, living their best lives.
Forever a mother.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
forever a mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love seeing the tears come to your eyes as you answered that, the emotion there. But also, I love Kate so much because the tears come to Kate's eyes so easily and so beautifully
That's
when we
genetic.
have these deep conversations. So I'm seeing, where she got this.
There's some emotions that just bring that out.
Yeah.
in us as moms,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so beautiful to let that emotion rise and be here. So thank you for sharing it with us. This is lovely. I can't believe of all these years that I've known Kate and heard stories about her mother that it's such a beautiful experience to get to be together with the two of you and to see the genetics and to see the similarities. And you did an amazing job of raising an amazing daughter. So thank you, because she's much enriched my life. I don't know where I'd be without her. So you've done an amazing job. Thank you.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, and I agree. She's a very special person. And I'm proud of my daughters.
Well, I'm very proud of you too, Mom. You've taught me so much and shown me the way in so many ways. And especially lately, your strength has really shown up we've all witnessed that. We didn't get into that, but you are a very strong person and you are navigating a lot right now. And I just want to honor that I see your strength.
I'm still trying, yes.
Every day.
Trying to be that good person.
Yeah.
So I hope so.
Beautiful. Thank you
It's
for
so
this
nice
time.
of you to invite me.
We're so glad that
quite
we
an
had
experience.
this.
I've never had an experience like
I
this.
know.
Well, now your voice is going to be out there for your grandchildren and
Yes.
to hear. So it's pretty special.
It is.
Thank you.
Mom.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like this podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review. Come back and rewild with us again next week.